So it's a similar situation with Bari. None of this is about them calling me out for anything I've said or haven't said, or it's certainly not about Erica Kirk, as Ben tried to make it sound last night. It's about Israel. Those two are very pro-ardent Israel activists, which is fine, but they don't get to dictate how the rest of us feel about Israel or what we do with respect to our friends and our friends' opinions on Israel. And I'll tell you, Bari Weiss wants to couch herself as Erica's protector, Erica's defender. She's retweeting the Ben speech, saying anybody who doesn't call out conspiracy theorists is a coward. Erica Kirk barely knows Bari Weiss. Bari doesn't know anything about Erica. Bari Weiss has never been to a Turning Point event. Do you guys remember her here? Standing up for what we believe in when Charlie was alive? I don't remember her standing up for our principles. I don't remember her defending Charlie.
Bari Weiss needs to do all of us a favor. And really, she needs to do the people who are concerned about ratings at CBS a favor as well, because her disgusting, bulging face, her pudgy, disgusting face would really benefit everyone, including the ratings department at CBS, if it were placed back behind the camera, the place where an executive producer or whatever she is, CEO of CBS, is supposed to be. You're not supposed to be in front of the camera. Bari Weiss is just a very stupid person. Probably the earliest indication of that was when she went on Joe Rogan and said that Tulsi Gabbard is an Assad toady, to which Joe Rogan said, "Toady, what is that?" And she said, "Well, I don't know, but she is one. That's what I was heard. I heard that she's an Assad toady, but what is a toady?" Bari Weiss doesn't know. That was the earliest indication that Bari Weiss was not someone that has an IQ above room temperature. And since then, we've only had further and further proof of that simple fact. Like when she trotted out to Erica Kirk for this weird town hall that got like 10 views on YouTube. And she required Erica Kirk to, I guess, pledge her allegiance to the state of Israel in this town hall. But no one has destroyed Bari Weiss, I think, more than Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan wasn't even trying. Tucker Carlson, and now Megyn Kelly, who has said some pretty amazing things, just completely destroying these untalented, genocidal freaks and actresses, actors like Ben Shapiro and Bari Weiss. So let's take a listen to this first clip.
There was also some response where it seemed like that call was being co-signed by the new head of CBS News, Bari Weiss, and I wanted to know if you wanted to respond to that as well.
So it's a similar situation with Bari. None of this is about them calling me out for anything I've said or haven't said, or it's certainly not about Erica Kirk, as Ben tried to make it sound last night. It's about Israel. Those two are very pro-ardent Israel activists, which is fine, but they don't get to dictate how the rest of us feel about Israel or what we do with respect to our friends and our friends' opinions on Israel. And I'll tell you, Bari Weiss wants to couch herself as Erica's protector, Erica's defender. She's retweeting the Ben speech, saying anybody who doesn't call out conspiracy theorists is a coward. Erica Kirk barely knows Bari Weiss. Bari doesn't know anything about Erica. Bari Weiss has never been to a Turning Point event. Do you guys remember her here? Standing up for what we believe in when Charlie was alive? I don't remember her standing up for our principles. I don't remember her defending Charlie the many times he was called a racist or an anti-Semite. I really don't remember that at all. What I do remember is she had Erica Kirk come on one town hall in which Bari Weiss tried to play both super important VIP executive and super fabulous star anchor at her new network CBS. Pro tip, Bari, that's no way to win friends at your new organization, to try to steal all the hosting abilities of the on-air talent. So good luck with that. And what she did when she had Erica there was to have the nerve to bring on the man who asked the final question of Charlie right before he got shot.
Hunter Kozak.
To put Erica in the position of having to defend whether Trump uses hateful rhetoric. The nerve.
Yeah, it was really weird. And frankly, I'm no fan of the way that Erica Kirk is behaving right now. I'm really no fan of it. That being said, it was, just uncomfortable to watch that whole thing. I don't know if she agreed to all that. I don't know if she was aware that everything like that was going to happen. The Trump question was super uncomfortable. The Israel question was also very uncomfortable. It was also just objectively horrendous how she was answering that question in particular. She's like, I forgive Tyler Robinson. It was very bad. But you know what I can't forgive? People who attack the state of Israel. I love the state of Israel. Okay, that was weird. So I don't really have a lot of sympathy for any of these people. I'm not in the club. You're not in the club. Fuck them. I don't care, But it is kind of weird when you think about it. It's like Bari Weiss she's never been in these circles. You've never seen her in these circles. All she's ever done is quite literally PR work for Mossad, for the Israeli Foreign Ministry, and for the IDF. And then she comes out acting like the savior of Erica Kirk, which begs the question, why? She's never been concerned about this, never been interested in this. Even after the tragedy at Utah Valley University with Charlie Kirk, I didn't see Bari Weiss making statements. I didn't see her commenting on the nature of the events. But now that, conspiracy theories with Israel and Egyptian planes and Mossad and all this stuff getting involved. Well, now she's got to come out and be the savior, right? Save the day. This is all crazy. Now she needs to come out and comment about it. Now she needs to host a town hall about it. Now Ellison puts her as the head of CBS, and the first thing that they do is address this, right? Oh, sorry. Right after she tried to organize a Zoom call meeting between Hillary Clinton and Meghan McCain and the ghost of Dick Cheney or something like that. So Megyn Kelly came out and she said this. This is an interview she did with Vanity Fair. Hats off to Megyn Kelly because, she's been wishy-washy. She said some things I didn't like recently, some things I do like recently. I don't trust her. I don't consider her a trustworthy person, but this was 100% on point what she had to say. In an interview with Vanity Fair on Ben Shapiro and Bari Weiss, she said, they are making anti-Semites in this world. Now, are they really making actual anti-Semites? I guess that's a matter for debate, but what they are making are anti-Zionist people who are very critical of the relationship that the U.S. government has with Israel, people who are critical of the idea of a state of Israel. Tucker Carlson is not making anti-Semites. Ben Shapiro and Bari Weiss are. On Bari Weiss, she said, Bari in particular has made her career on the anti-cancel culture thing. Meanwhile, she's never been canceled, and she's basically supporting Ben's attempt to cancel me, Megyn Kelly, from the conservative movement, of which she is not a part. On Ben Shapiro, Ben is Israel first. I'm sorry, but his behavior has proven that charge to be correct. Why would you divide the American conservative movement, which was gelling, which was becoming much more cohesive for a moment after Charlie died, over Israel? Always got to make everything about him and Israel. And, if you don't Megyn Kelly, she's not the greatest, right? But she does have the capacity to recognize that simple fact. That is a simple fact. And Zionists should understand that. Something that even Elon Musk, staunch Zionist, took the tour with Ben Shapiro, went and kissed the wall. Even he said that back in 2023. Take a listen.
For every Hamas member that you kill, how many did you create? And if you create more than you killed, you've not succeeded. That's the real situation there. And it's safe to say that if you kill somebody's child in Gaza, you've made at least a few Hamas members who will die just to kill an Israeli. That's the situation. So, but I mean, this is one of the most contentious subjects one could possibly discuss. But I think if the goal ultimately is some sort of long-term peace, one has to look at this from the standpoint of, over time, are there more or fewer terrorists being created?
And I guess that's why Israel's goal is to quite literally wipe every single Palestinian off the face of the earth. And then they'll move on to Iran, southern Lebanon. That is the goal. They don't really care about creating more of the bad guys in their eyes. Because, well, there will be no bad guys if you just unalive all the bad guys and the good guys. All the neutral actors, all of the non-actors, all of the potential actors, and all of the actors. Just eliminate them all. That's their solution. Before you leave, I want to say thank you for the support, because after 2 years of being banned, we are finally back home on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to our channel and also join as a member on our channel using the link at the top of the description. I rely on the generous support of viewers like yourself to get the truth out to as many people as possible. You can also support the show on Locals or Give Sin Go. The mainstream media and the powers that be are never going to stop attacking us for bringing the truth to as many people as we do. Thank you so much for your support.